We hope that everyone has enjoyed their break this week. Thank you so much to those of you who came for the professional development and team family bonding on Wednesday. Don't forget that your radios have to be turned off at the end of the day and returned to their charging port. Amanda found 4 radios that were on charging ports and still turned on. That could have totally destroyed them over the long break had she not caught that. After you finish this video, text me or text Amanda and me if you are supposed to what your favorite color is. People still continue to come into the office or check at the front counter multiple times on what they are supposed to be doing for the day, especially in the afternoon when things change by the half hour and people are in different places and some things are half an hour, some things are an hour. I understand that this is confusing, but please remember that it is helpful to you to use an index card to write down your things so you do not have to constantly check and you can always be ready for what's coming up next. Please remember that at the bottom of your activity sheets for day camp, I usually go through and say where every supply can be returned to, or if it's something that can stay on your cart or just come to the cabinet in the staff room. So if you are scheduled to clean up, please make sure you are checking those cleanup later sections of things or just doing a general check. Are there dishes to be done? Are there random supplies out and returning them where they go? Also, please remember that that includes returning supplies to their homes, especially in room 4 and room 1. The supplies that are out on the table are there to make it easier during day camp for groups doing projects, so please make sure those baskets get put away. This includes if you are scheduled a space in the afternoon. Part of cleaning up a room is cleaning tables, pushing in chairs, checking trash, making sure the room looks as it should, including vacuuming with the Bissell or a real vacuum if needed. And lastly, it has been brought to my attention that the last week or 2 of camp that only 1 or 2 or 3 people that were scheduled day camp prep have actually been doing the day camp prep. If yours just says look at day camp or quick look at day camp, then that's when you're just flipping through the binders and seeing what activities you're doing. If you're scheduled day camp prep, then you are first looking through your binder to see what activities you're doing, and then you are seeing the list at the cabinet at the front counter for what else needs done to get ready for the day. You can also check in your binders to make sure there isn't something else that you could be getting ready. For example, moving a table outside or setting up cones somewhere. From now on, there should not be more than 2 staff in room 2 unless it's during day camp and your group has more than 2 staff scheduled to it and you're scheduled to be in room 2. But especially in the afternoon and in the morning time, there should never be more than 2 in room 2. Especially in the afternoon, there are activities in the snack bar. There are lots of kids eating in the snack bar. There's lots of things going on the game room like bumper pool and Kid Central and something in the pit usually. So there also needs to be at least 2 staff on the game room that's supervising all those areas. Please make sure that wherever you are supervising, you're taking the time to get up and move around and make rounds. You're not sitting so that your back is to the youth, but instead you're facing the space you're supervising. And remember, this is not a time for you to catch up with your friends. This is a time to supervise and keep the youth safe and engage with youth in a positive manner. Some great ways to prevent behaviors from ever escalating are to 1, be cognizant of who is sitting by who. So if you know that youth A always gets in trouble when they're with youth B, then don't let youth A and B sit by each other in the space. For some youth, especially those who are younger and get upset when there are quick transitions or they feel rushed, you can give a time warning. For example, if it's an art project or craft project they're working on, then you can say, we have 10 minutes left, so in 5 minutes, everyone will need to help clean up. And then when there's 1 minute left, you can say, all right, we have 1 minute to finish up, and it's okay if you don't, but we still all have to work together to clean up in 1 minute. And then that way they had the chance to get used to that idea and be more prepared for a transition. Don't be afraid to change it up. So for example, if you're playing a game in the gym and the youth have figured it out really quickly and they just seem to be getting bored, then add in an extra challenge in the game. Or with the example from before, if youth A and B are sitting by each other and causing a problem, then remind them that if they can't handle sitting next to each other, one of them will have to move, and then follow through with that. Having a presence next to youth or being in proximity can also curb many behaviors before they ever get to the point of escalating or needing discipline. I have noticed that some of you are doing a great, fantastic job of recognizing different youth who aren't always recognized, and that is an awesome thing. Please make sure that during your R3 time, especially the days where you have half an hour, take it slow. Slow down, really let youth share with one another their experiences, first in a small group, and then out loud in front of others. Then don't just have kids come up and put a sticker or stamp on the chart. You can really slow down and make sure everyone is feeling included and ending day camp with a positive feeling. So for example, you can one day, today we're going to clap, and you let each youth have a chance. When you say their name, everybody claps for that youth and maybe even says, yay, in their name. You could also then the next day switch it up and do a silent sign language clap or snaps for whoever. Do you remember the papers that Amanda said she would put in your file at the beginning of summer? Well, some of you, it seems, have forgotten because you have not filled out a single day of how you made a difference. Please fill out these make a difference. You're making the difference, so you should note that difference. Hopefully, if you made it this far, you have not already sent us your favorite color. It's okay if you have. Whether you have or haven't, we don't really need to know your favorite color, but please text me, or if you are under 18, me and Amanda, what your favorite TV show or movie is. Mine is Psych. Please stay tuned for some shout outs. And remember, don't tell anyone else what the secret question is. This is how we know and can verify who has actually watched these staff notes or not. Please remember to put all these notes into practice. I could go on and on and on about all the great things about our staff team and what a great job you have all done already this summer. Please know that we appreciate all that you have done, and we know that you will do the rest of this summer. Thank you for making a difference and helping all youth to reach their full potential. Shout out to those of you who are our game room and room 2 people. You have no idea the difference you make just by maintaining a safe and positive environment, especially in the afternoon when kids are ready to just let go and be free. Shout out to those of you who have worked with groups of kids that are maybe not your favorite. Shout out to those of you who have made a difference and noted that difference and continue to put into practice ways to positively engage with youth. Shout out to those of you who have taken on big behaviors, whether that's someone fake fainting or someone having a meltdown, or just in general behaviors that kids have, especially when they're having a hard time self-regulating. Shout out to those of you who have done great things this summer, because that is all of you.